This is a video that I thought I would never be brave enough to make. I'm probably going to lose a lot of respect from a lot of people. But I need to say it because I've been holding on to it for a while. And you know it's serious when there's no intro. Where do I even begin? When I came back to Arizona, actually, let's start before that, okay? So before he left, even though we were engaged and he just decided to up and leave, now there is no anger or malice towards him. I get it. He just doesn't know what he wants in life, but, you know, anyway. He dipped, but before he dipped, when we first started living together, we went from doing it every night, like being intimate every night for months on end, and then one night he just stopped wanting to do it. He stopped wanting to cuddle, he stopped wanting to pay attention to me. He would stay out really, really late, and he would only come home at like 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 in the morning, and would want to go right to sleep. He wouldn't want me to talk to him and say, hey, how was your day, you know? He would just turn over and go to sleep. Sometimes he would cuddle me. Sometimes. And one night I got really, really upset, and I just wanted to talk to him. I was like, you have not talked to me in days. What is going on? And he fell asleep in the middle of me talking to him, and I got pissed off, and I started hitting the pillow so that, not to wake him up, but just to get anger out. My baby! So, where was I? Oh yeah, so I started hitting the pillow, not to wake him up, but just because I was mad. You know, I was like, I clearly am not that important to you if you keep going out when I'm home, and when we're both off, you don't want to spend any time with me. You have to make plans with your friends. Like, what is it? Do you not love me anymore? Well, it's not that. And then he left days later, so obviously it was that, you know, obviously. But, the point is, after he left, I went back here to Arizona because I was told that there were plans in the works to try to fight me for my son, and I figured that it would be safer for both of us here. So when I went from sleeping with somebody every night for about, let's see, I got kicked out in July of last year. July, August, September, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, because I left in May. 9 months. And then sleeping on my own. And I should have figured that something was wrong when I was crying every night because of what he was doing. But I was covering my mouth so that he could sleep, and I turned over and he had one hand in his ear, passed out. He heard me crying. He knew that I was crying. And he didn't care. He just wanted to sleep so that he could wake up the next day and go party or go do whatever the hell he was doing. Because I was no longer important to him. I was not important to him for a very long time, and I had no idea what the fuck I did wrong. And he claims that it's because of the fighting, but maybe we wouldn't have fights if he would just fucking listen to me. I was trying to communicate, and he would ignore me. He'd tell me to shut up. He would tell me that he's gonna do whatever the hell he wants. And then I would get mad, and then it would start a fight, because every time I would say something like, hey, it hurts my feelings when you do this, he would change the subject, he would start talking, and then I would try to say my point, and he would go, no, shut up! Which he still does, even though we're not together, and that still hurts, so fuck you. And I could never get a word in edgewise, and it was always his way. It never mattered on what I had to say. It never mattered on how I felt. It didn't matter whose feelings it was hurting. As long as it didn't hurt Nathaniel's feelings, it was a-okay. It was fine. So yeah, we would fight because I would be tired of being treated that way. And if you tell me to shut up, I can't tell you how I feel. So yeah, I'm gonna get mad because I feel ignored. But supposedly he left because he was hurting me. But instead of deciding to stop being a piece of shit, he was just gonna keep doing what he was doing and then expect me to be a-okay, and then, oh shit, I'm hurting her. Well, I better peace out and hurt her more. This isn't to attack him, so please don't go send him hate or whatever. But the point is, I was hurt real bad. I still am. So when I got back here, I went on a dating site called OkCupid, and I went on Bumble and Plenty of Fish, and I had all 3 of these apps, and I was giving random strangers my Snapchat. Now, this is the part where I said I would probably lose a lot of respect from a lot of people, because I literally became the epitome of a whore. Because I just wanted attention that I wasn't getting anymore, and that I haven't gotten for a long time, even when I wasn't single. I just wanted to be loved from people other than my family and friends. Fuck, I didn't know I would cry. But is it really a Kate Winchester video if there's no tears? And what makes it even more painful is I knew they were objectifying me. I knew that they didn't see a relationship and they just wanted pictures. And I was alright with that, because I didn't want a relationship. I just wanted someone to love me in the middle of the night, because I haven't gotten that for so long. Even when I did share a bed with somebody, they still slept on the other side, and it was like I might as well have been sleeping alone. I just wanted someone to hold me. I just wanted someone there. I just wanted to feel wanted. I just wanted to feel that touch that I haven't felt in a long time. It started getting to the point where even when he would hug me, it would only last 2 seconds. He wouldn't even look at me. He would be like looking at the floor. I'd say I love you and I would get a I love you. He didn't look at me the same way that he used to. And I think I knew, but I just wanted to deny it. I just wanted to believe that we were gonna be okay. But to be honest, I think it was because my stomach started getting bigger and the thought of me being pregnant was like actually really, really starting to hit him. And he was like, oh fuck, well if I want to party, I can't do this. Like I can't be in this if I want to go party. So peace out, I'm gonna go do whatever I want. And what? Oh. I just wanted to feel wanted, even if I didn't want them, because to be honest with you, nobody will ever compare to him. Nobody will ever compare to the way I looked at him at one point in time. Nobody will ever compare to how he loved me at Job Corps, and all of the memories that we still have, even if I can make more memories. I'm sick and tired of hearing that sentence. You can make more memories. Fuck you! I don't want more memories. I want the memories of him. I want to make more memories with him. I don't want to spend the rest of my life with anybody else other than him. And he is so quick to reduce, reuse, and recycle that it doesn't matter to him how I felt. It hasn't mattered for a long time, and that's what's really painful. I've always been somebody that you could just place on the back burner while you go do whatever you want, and then, oh shit, that doesn't work. Well, she's still here. I'm getting really tired of being on the back burner. I'm starting to boil over, and it would be really, really nice for you to either turn down the heat or just take me off the damn stove. But he knows how much I love him and how much I loved him, and he knows that he could always just go right back, and I would always be like, okay. Like, this man could literally come into my house in the middle of the night, beat me close to death, and I would be in my hospital bed, and he could come over and say, fuck you, and then come back the next day with some flowers and be like, I'm sorry, baby, and I'd be like, it's okay. He knows that. So he knows that no matter how much he hurts me, if something doesn't work out with him, I'm still there. And he knows that. He's been known to that. Like, and I'm tired of it, but I'm not at the same time. I can say I'm tired of it until I'm blue in the face, but right now, if he were to text me and say, hey, I miss you, I'm sorry, I love you, I would be like, it's okay. And like, we're still best friends, but I would rather be something more, so much so that it's painful to be his friend sometimes. The person that was supposed to love me more than anything has put me into a state of, I don't know, when I left for Job Corps, I was happy, I was bubbly, I saw the good in everybody, I had long hair, I didn't go crazy with a fucking pair of scissors. I was a virgin, I was innocent. And then I met him, and I was even happier, and I was even more bubbly. And then he just broke me into somebody that I don't like or recognize. Now I don't trust anybody. Now I don't believe a thing anybody says, no matter how long I've known them. Because the only person that I trusted with my damn life has betrayed me and broke me down into this person that I don't know. And I do know that if I were to meet that little naive girl, I would hate her. Because I would be jealous of her. So, enough rambling, let me tell you why I hate myself now. Because I came back here, got on all these dating sites, gave my Snapchat to random ass strangers just so that they could text me and tell me how beautiful I was, even if they were demeaning me, even if they were like objectifying me, because I would rather be objectified than not paid attention to at all. And I'm very ashamed to say that, but I would much rather be objectified and sexualized and made uncomfortable with how much attention I was getting than fucking ignored by the person that I could never ignore. It got to the point where I was never home at night. I was always in bed with someone else. It got to the point where somebody would text me on Snapchat, hey, what are you doing? You want me to come get you? I don't know your name, but sure. I am so stupid because anything could have happened to me. Like one night, I was raped. Because this guy, I'm not gonna say his name. Actually, you know what? He invaded my fucking body. Fuck your privacy. His name was Taekwon. And he said, hey, I'm from around here. You wanna, You want to, like, chill at the pool? I'll smoke a blunt. You're pregnant, so you don't have to. And I was just like, well, I wasn't going to smoke a blunt because I am pregnant, but yeah, we can go hang out by the pool. Like, I'm not in the mood to do anything, though. And he's just like, yeah, no, cool. And then his dad called me, and he was wanting to, like, talk and hang out, and I started bawling over the phone. And he heard me get raped over the phone. And he tore me a new asshole when I got home. He was like, what the fuck were you thinking? He's like, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm so sorry that I heard that, but what the hell were you thinking? And then he stayed on the phone with me until I fell asleep. He put me in little space and stayed on the phone with me until I fell asleep, and that right there is one of the main reasons why I can't stop loving him. Because yes, he's mean, but at the same time, he has a lot of good qualities too, and he is a really nice person when he wants to be. And that is why it's so hard to get out of this hole that I made for myself. And what sucks is, doesn't matter how many times he has cheated on me, it doesn't matter how many times he has left me for some other bitch, I will still always be here. No matter how much the breakup hurts me, I'm here to love him while he needs it. And it's fucked up, and it's gotten to the point where my parents say that if I took him back, they would disown me because of how much he has hurt me just over this year. And everybody thinks that it's been 3 years, and I'm like, no, it's only been 1 year. And they're like, oh my god, like, it feels so much longer because there's been so many nights where we would hear you cry. There's been so many nights where you would be crying so much that you end up throwing up, all because of him. And it's true, they're right. There would be a lot of nights, even when we didn't have a baby and we were long distance the first time, there would be so many times where he has broken my heart that I would be crying so much that it would cause me to involuntarily go to the bathroom and throw up. He made me physically sick, and I still took him back every time he asked me to. And yeah, there were some times where I begged him to come back because I didn't understand why he left. And unlike him, I wasn't ready to give up when shit got hard. And the thing that really hurts in this recent one is because whenever I would get scared or sad about something, he would tell me to grow some balls. Says the one that leaves every time things get hard. Just saying. Anyway. Every time I would go through his conversations where he would be flirting with someone else and then swear up and down that that's not cheating. Yes, it is. Newsflash. Flirting with someone that doesn't even know you have a girlfriend is cheating. Flirting in general when you are with somebody is cheating. Especially if you come across the conversations that I came across, yeah, you'd be saying that you were cheated on too. Because a lot of it was talking about what your kinks are and, oh my god, please do that to me. That's the tea, sis. Honestly, I should have seen it coming. I really shouldn't have walked into this, but I genuinely thought we were gonna be okay. So, I'm making this video because, So anyway, the point is, there was one night when, I was raped over the phone. And Like, I was raped in person, but he heard me getting raped over the phone. And the reason why I didn't hang up and call the cops, this man was like 3 times bigger than me. Like, he was bigger than me. I was scared of him. And I just kept saying, he just heard me saying over the phone, I want to go home. I want to go home. And he's like, what are you talking about? You're not home? And I was like, no, I'm not home. I want to go home. Please take me home. And then he was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I was just like, I can't tell you what's going on. He's like, what's going on? So I just kind of texted him, hey, I'm getting raped. And the guy, he didn't take my phone from me. I'm surprised. But I think it was just, it didn't matter if I was on the phone as long as I didn't say what was going on. And he just wanted the pussy, basically. And he was really bad at raping somebody. I'm pretty sure it was the first time he did it. I don't know, but as soon as I started crying and saying I want to go home, he just kind of said, oh my God, fine. Dropped me off back at my house, didn't even wait for me to be out the car, and he just sped off. Like, but the thing that is going to make me lose a lot of respect is because I don't know why, but after that night, you would think a normal person would be like, okay, I'm not going out again. My dumb ass, I just blocked him on everything. I blocked him on the site that I met him, and I blocked his Snap, and I blocked his number, and I just talked to the other people. But I did learn to at least know their name, and I did learn that I shouldn't be doing this, but I still just wanted attention. I still just wanted somebody to cuddle me. I still just wanted somebody to be there. You know, but I wanted to want it. So I met this guy named Matt at from OkCupid, and he was a sweet guy. He just wasn't Nathaniel. So I went to his house because he came and got me, and he's all the way in Mesa, so he's like 2 cities over. And we watched some Gabriel Iglesias. And we just slept. We didn't do anything. We just slept. And he asked me if I wanted cuddles, and I said, please. I haven't gotten cuddles in so long. And he gave me cuddles, and I just immediately started bawling because I haven't gotten that attention in so long, and I haven't got the kind of, like, you know, I'm glad you're in my bed kind of acknowledgement. And the next day, we went to IHOP. And then he dropped me off at the house. And he told me that he had a great time. I told him I did too. And he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yeah. And then 2 days later, I wake up and I'm blocked on everything. He blocked my number. He blocked my account on OkCupid. He blocked my Snap. He blocked me on everything that we talked on. And the difference between Matt and those other guys were him and I talked for weeks. We were talking for like 2 weeks. And then I was like, hey, I got into a fight with my family. I don't want to be here right now. Can you come get me? And we could just hang out. The plan wasn't even to go to his place. The plan was to just drive around. And then I would go back to my house and go to sleep. But then he told me that he was getting tired, and I told him that I still didn't want to go home, and he took me to his place. all I wanted was to share a bed with somebody. All I wanted was to not be alone. I didn't want to date anybody. I didn't even really want to date Matt. I just thought he was a nice person, and that maybe I should move on. Maybe I should get over Nathaniel, and here's a gentleman, you know? And then I got blocked, and I was like, okay, fine, fuck. But I still had a lot of people on my Snapchat. I didn't go out anymore, but I still had a lot of people on my Snapchat that I talked about meeting up with, and then they ended up not happening. And then Nathaniel and I started talking again on June 21st, and I thought that he was just being flirty. You know, I thought he was just being a friend. Because I think I was also in denial of, like, I don't want to get hurt again. So I didn't really think of it as talking. I thought of it more as just him feeling bad and wanting to be a friend. And then July 2nd, I went into labor, but I was supposed to actually go hang out with someone. And he was a real dick when he found out I was going into labor. His name was Dalton. Dalton was like, hey, I've got the car ready, you want to go? And I was just like, I'm actually on my way to the hospital. I'm giving birth right now. And he's like, oh, so you don't want to hang out? I was like, no, I'm giving birth, fool. I don't want to go anywhere. And he was just like, if you don't want to hang out with me, just say so. You don't have to lie to me. And I sent him a picture of me in the hospital bed, and I said, I told you, I'm in the hospital about to have my baby. I don't want to hang out with anybody anymore. I don't want to hang out with anybody after I have my baby. I just want to have my baby. And he was like, okay, fine, bitch. And then he blocked me on everything. Because he realized that he wasn't getting laid that night. And then Nathaniel and I got back together on July 5th. And then he fucking left me again. Of course he did. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that so funny? Amberlee thought that they were gonna work out one more time. Amberlee was so happy. And then life was like, LOL, just wait. That's the funniest joke I've heard all day. Amberlee was happy. And what's even more painful is I just wanted the bare minimum. I just wanted you to not, don't be a hoe when you're in a relationship. Don't talk to people that have a crush on you. Don't flirt back if a girl flirts with you. Just because you don't have sex with them doesn't mean you're not cheating. I just didn't want secrets. I didn't want lying. I didn't want fucking cheating. But apparently that's too much to ask for, and apparently that makes you toxic. So he couldn't do the bare minimum with me. But he can give everybody else the bare minimum. He gave Cheyenne the bare minimum. He's given this new girl the bare minimum, and he couldn't even do it with me. Half the shit he couldn't do with me, he can do with someone else all day. I was loyal to him. I never cheated on him. And I only lied about shit when it didn't even matter and when I was going to get in trouble if I... for example, I don't want you talking to... I could tell him all day, I don't want you talking to Sky because she has a crush on you and I don't like the way you talk to her. Oh my god, quit being so controlling. But on the other hand, I don't want you to talk to Matthew. And then, if I dare tell him why you gotta be so controlling, why you gotta be like that, it would just cause a fight. So basically, what wasn't okay for me to do, it was okay for him to do. I don't want you talking to her because I don't like the way she flirts with you. Oh my god, you're so controlling. Why are you so paranoid? But yet, one time he didn't know who my brother was and told me not to talk to my brother. And it took me 3 minutes of saying he's my brother for him to be like, oh, well, alright then. I was jealous because I had a reason to be jealous. You know, you would tell me, like, you know, he would tell me, don't worry about her. You don't have a reason to worry about her. I would go through their conversations every time I had a feeling, and it was like, hey, my address is this. Okay, I expect a hug and a kiss when I see you. Hey, babe, what the hell is this about? Oh my god, it was a fucking joke. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. And what's really fucked up about this whole situation is that he knows if him and whoever he is with doesn't work out, that I'm still gonna be like, well, hey, how are you? He knows that if him and whoever he is with doesn't work out, all he has to say is, hi. And then immediately, boom, clean slate, everything's forgotten. Yes, I was at my lowest point, but it's fine as long as you love me. I am his fucking doormat. Whether we're together or not, I am his doormat. I am his fucking raccoon. And he is the fucking dumpster. And I try to go into it and pick up little scraps, and it's falling through my little raccoon hands, and I'm still trying to hold it for as long as I fucking can. Because that's the best damn dumpster in the entire fucking alley. And then all these other dumpsters are like full of trash, and they're like, hey, come pick me. No, I like this one. I'm his raccoon. And he knows this. Doesn't matter where we are in life. All he has to do is call me, and I'm just, hello? No, I'm not busy. I'm trying so hard to get out of that because it's obvious that he will never love me the same way I love him. He never will. He probably never even has. I was probably just there the entire time, and he just wanted me because I was there. He wanted me because I was there, and then he realized he couldn't be a hoe, and then he didn't want me anymore. So, was I more appeasing when I was more of a pushover? When I was just, you know, oh, I know she likes you, and I know I have to worry about her, but yeah, you can talk to her. Like that one time when we were long distance and there was this girl named freaking Mia, and you were making a oh my god, a sex comic book with her, and you were like role-playing sexually, and then he asked me, he was like, hey, he was like reading me the fucking conversation, and I'm getting uncomfortable, I'm getting angry, and he's like, are you uncomfortable with this? If you are, you could just tell me and I'll stop. Actually, yes, Nathaniel, that does bother me. Well, get the fuck over it, blah, 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 blah. And then me not wanting to lose him, like a fucking dumbass, I just said, oh, okay, I mean, okay, I'm sorry, just don't cheat on me, please. Even though he fucking was. I don't even recognize myself anymore. And I'm not saying that he's a bad person. He had a lot of good moments too. He had a lot of good qualities. There are also a lot of good memories that I miss. there are a lot of movies that I can't watch anymore because we used to watch it together. There are, like, for example, the show Supernatural. I can't watch that anymore. Not only because the ending was bullshit, but also because of the fact that that's our show. That was our show. I can't look at a fucking black Ford Focus anymore. Certain people I can't talk to anymore because he made me burn bridges with them because he didn't like them, and because he didn't like them, I had to not like them anymore. People were tired of seeing me get mistreated, so they just told me that they didn't want to be my friend anymore. And then there are some people that I can't talk to anymore just because that was our mutual friend, and every time I think of them, I think of him. And he's perfectly fine, and that's what's the most painful about this. Every time he left, it never affected him at all. But he would just choose me because he got bored and I was there. And he knew I would take him back. And now I can't love anybody the same way. I have tried to move on romantically, sexually, emotionally, and I fucking can't. The only person that I can love more than Nathaniel is him. That little midget in the little playpen. But every time another guy says, "Hey, how you doing?" with 3 Ys, I get repulsed. Like, I can't do it. And then because it's not a Kate Winchester video without a little snippet of a song, you betrayed me, and I know that you'll never feel sorry for the way I hurt. Yeah, you talked to her when we were together, loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 hours to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat. Yes, you did. But you're still a traitor. And a cheater. But we're still besties, so it's okay. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I hate myself. But that's okay. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Stay body positive. Kate Winchester out. Hasta bye-bye. And God bless your nutty little hearts. And don't forget to go nuts. Don't forget to be a hoe. Like me.